What is going on, buddy? Welcome back to All Things Film. Today I'm here to do my breakdown of the promo we got for The Walking Dead Season 9 Episode 2 titled The Bridge, as well as my predictions for the episode. If you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to hit the subscribe button because Walking Dead Season 9 is here. We got a bunch of content coming out, so hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. But other than that, let's get started. So we saw a glimpse of the bridge last episode and we saw how destroyed it was. And something that I found very interesting is how they mentioned that the storm took it out. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because Fear the Walking Dead just had a storm this season, so maybe it was the same storm because Fear the Walking Dead did catch up to the Walking Dead Season 8, so maybe the storm happened and now they're just trying to fix it and rebuild. So the promo opens up with the groups working on the bridge, and we see a lot of the saviors because they did say that they're gonna try to get the saviors to work on it the most, or Maggie said that I should say. But we see this savior right here, Justin, and he kind of pushes Henry, and one prediction right off the bat, I'm pretty sure this savior is gonna die. We know he's a bad savior. Even his character description is a character who's causing problems for the communities. Daryl last episode had a big attitude towards him, so we know the group doesn't like him, and this guy is definitely gonna cause some problems for the group. And I'm pretty sure he's not gonna make it to the second time jump. I'm sure he's gonna be gone within the first 5 or 6 episodes this season. Also, in the other trailers, we saw the group kind of fighting the saviors. Like, we saw some saviors kind of pushing back, and we saw Daryl and Aaron kind of like holding them back and stuff, and they're really like fighting and being aggressive with one another. And this bridge is really destroyed, so it's gonna take a long time to fix. Like, it's probably gonna take like weeks, and I don't expect them to fix it in one episode. So what I'm thinking is that like throughout the rest of until Rick leaves, and when I say until Rick leaves, I mean once Rick leaves, it's probably gonna be like the wrap of the saviors in our group drama, because once Rick leaves, it's kind of like a new chapter of The Walking Dead, the next episode. So from now, episode 1 to episode 5 or whatever, it's like one arc, and that's gonna be like the saviors in our group drama, and then after that, and I do think Rick's departure is gonna play a part in what's next, if the group is gonna work together or not. But over the course of these next 4 episodes, we're gonna see the construction of this bridge and the group kind of getting fed up with each other, because we see Daryl getting mad. In the trailer, we saw Carol getting mad at some of the saviors. So while these saviors in our group, they're doing work and stuff, there's gonna be a lot of problems stirring up. But moving on, next we see Daryl and Rick here having a conversation, and this is where Rick says, "Are we on the same side?" And Daryl says, "I don't know, are we? You tell me." But this is in a tent, so I think this is while they're on the road, because we did see them kind of set up in the middle of the woods, and we saw that sign that says Kingdom, Hilltop, Toledo, and all that. So I'm pretty sure this is what's going on, and they're probably just expanding and looking for other communities and looking for other places they can expand to, and that's why they put up that sign. So I think this is while they're on the road, because this looks like a tent. And I have a bad feeling for Rick and Daryl. I know Norman said that Rick and Daryl have an awesome scene in episode 4, and maybe that's gonna be the motorcycle scene. I don't know for sure, but don't be surprised if these two duke it out, this episode or episode 4 or something, because they definitely have some tension going on. Next we see Michonne rolling up to the hilltop, and she's having a conversation with Maggie, talking about making some rules, because that's what she was talking to Rick about last episode while we had that epic Michonne scene in bed, and they were talking about we have to make rules for the communities in case they don't do something, in case they do something wrong. And Michonne was kind of disturbed by what Maggie did, because the kids were there, and last second she ran at Maggie and said stop, but Rick was holding her back. So I'm pretty sure Michonne is a little bothered by this, and Maggie and Michonne are on completely different pages, because I feel like the way Maggie is looking at it is, if we can save Negan's life, we can save anybody's life. Sure as hell Gregory's life, like we can just throw him in jail too. So there was no really reason to actually kill Gregory. But Maggie is the leader of the hilltop, so I don't think she's gonna get in trouble or anything. I'm sure Maggie's just gonna have a conversation with Michonne, and they're gonna talk about it and all that. But they're not gonna be on the same page for sure. And I think all this is gonna lead up to something huge, and that huge thing is gonna be Rick, leaving, because what Rick wants is what everybody to work together. And I think what has to happen in order for that to actually take place is Rick to die, because once Rick dies, then it's gonna hit everybody like, damn, Daryl said, I just lost my best friend. Everybody just lost somebody super close to them. And then I think that's what's gonna, change everything, and then everybody's gonna slowly work together. But until Rick leaves, there's gonna be a lot of inner conflict between the communities. So next in the promo, we see a herd of walkers coming, and Daryl yells that they're coming, and I love that right there, because I don't know, the last time we heard Daryl yell, a herd is coming. So I'm loving the vocal Daryl so far. far. But then this is what I'm talking about. We see the group kind of fighting here. We see Daryl pushing back Justin, and we see Aaron pushing back Jed. And Jed and Justin, both these saviors are going to be a huge problem for the group. Even in the later on in the trailers, or previous trailers, I should say, we see Carol putting up a gun at Jed. So what I think is going to happen, like, I'm going to be honest, I think Daryl's going to kill Justin, and Carol's probably going to kill Jed. Like, I don't see these two making it out of this little arc of the saviors and our group drama. So I can definitely see these two, you know, dying within the next couple episodes. Also, something else that I want to mention is that on the synopsis for this episode, it says somebody is gravely injured at the construction site. So I'm pretty sure they're talking about the bridge, and it looks like it's just Daryl and Aaron there for our group, and the rest are saviors. So I don't think they would put it in the synopsis if it's a savior that got injured. So it has to be between Aaron or Daryl that's gonna get really hurt this episode. And then we see Daryl hitting Justin with a frying pan, which is absolutely badass, and Justin is really, you know, getting shit on by Daryl these couple episodes. So don't be surprised if Justin snaps or something and ends up getting himself killed. But this is what I mean, because it clearly looks like they're setting up camp here. So it looks like they're gonna be expanding, looking for other places to build and scavenge and stuff. So this is where I think that scene is gonna happen between Rick and Daryl, where they are inside of that tent. Let's just hope they don't duke it out inside that tent. Actually, it'll be pretty cool to see them fight, but in the same strength, I don't really want to see them fight. But oh well, we're gonna have to wait and see. And while we're seeing this footage, I love what we're hearing, because we hear a conversation between Rick and Al is saying that the saviors are scared, and Rick responds by saying we're gonna protect them. And then Al says that, yeah, they're gonna work for you and you protect them. Who does that sound like? That sounds like freaking Negan, that too. And I love how they brought that up. And yeah, Rick is slowly becoming Negan, I'm sure, and then maybe that's why he goes to talk to Negan, because we do see it in the end of the trailer that he's gonna go talk to Negan this episode. But yeah, Rick is slowly becoming Negan, and not just Rick, it's kind of like a culmination of everybody, because remember Maggie was saying that, yeah, you know, the saviors are gonna want the ones who have to work on the bridge. That's the only way I would help. So Rick it's not just Rick, it's like Rick, Daryl, Maggie, everybody is kind of becoming Negan in their own way. And I am liking Al, and I love that he brought that up. And Al, I liked his arc last season, you know, becoming the good guy, and it looks like he's becoming even more of a good guy this season, even more than some of the characters we're familiar with. And it looks like he's trying to change the way Negan does everything. So he kind of sees that what our group is doing is kind of similar to Negan, and he's kind of changing that. And I love that he brought that up. And man, some of the dialogue and writing in this first episode, and even the trailers we've been getting, it's just so good, and I'm so happy with this season. And one last thing I want to talk about in this promo is this right here, because we see Rick grabbing a key to the future book, and he kind of looks stressed out, and he kind of tosses it. So maybe he doesn't trust these people, and or maybe, you know, Maggie brings up the fact that she wants to do the way they do stuff, or maybe she wants to go visit them or something. And because Rick does look a bit stressed, so all this stuff coming out of Rick, it definitely looks like he is you know, frustrated this season. And the promo ends with Rick going down to the cell, and we see Negan talking about, you're getting the world ready for me. So it looks like next episode is gonna be really good. We're gonna get those epic Rick and Negan scenes, and I love whenever Rick and Negan are on screen. So it looks like next week we're gonna get that. It's gonna be awesome. It also looks like we're gonna be having a lot of the hilltop and the bridge, and I like how these episodes have, you know, the majority of the people in it, and I love what we're getting so far. But I am gonna wrap it up there. Those are my thoughts and predictions for the promos and what I think we're gonna be getting next episode. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. But now I want to hear from you guys. So in the comments down below, be sure to leave your thoughts and predictions of what you think is gonna happen. But if you actually know what's gonna happen in the episode, because you read those episode spoilers, I will say please don't comment those, because it kind of ruins it for people, and just out of respect for those who don't want things spoiled for them. So don't comment those. But if you do have like genuine theories and predictions, by all means go ahead and comment. I love interacting with people in the comments down below talking about The Walking Dead. But I am gonna wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. For daily Walking Dead videos, actually it's probably gonna be more than daily now, because we are into the season. So for Walking Dead videos, be sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. It's been all things film, and until next time, peace.